Oh, hi, Christina again. And this video is about a new update for my Complete Trade Manager. It's called version 4. Version 4 is basically a combination of all the previous versions, including my other EA called Visual Stop Loss and Take Profit Manager. It's just I have combined all the functions in the previous versions and made this one. The main difference between the previous versions is probably about how to handle the stop loss and take profit in the case if it's being visible or it's being hidden. And the visual stop loss manager is just a simple managing way. Just click and drag stop loss and take profit. And some of the version have partial close, some of the version don't. I basically combined all these versions together and made a new one here. And all these previous version is posted through this thread, which is called various trade managing EAs. And this is one of my one thread about these managing EAs. So I have made detailed videos to explain all the logics behind all these settings, and I also made a demonstration on how you use them. If you are not very familiar with them, please go ahead refer to the previous videos. However, here I will briefly touch all the logic here, but I will mainly try to demonstrate what I have updated and what's new, what's specific with this version. So let's go ahead and for trade condition settings. And first, when manage all trade is true. So this is trying to manage every trade as long as it's under current symbol. And for this update, I have made it that's compatible with all order types. And before, it's mainly about market orders. And here, because we have combined with visual stop and loss and manager, even pending orders can be managed. However, because of common sense, all the break even and trailing stop and partial close will not affect pending order, obviously, because it's not in the market. However, you can click and drag stop loss and take profit for it. So when this is true, you're going to manage all the order, whether it's submitted by user manually or submitted by an EA. But if you wanted to only manage trades that's submitted by another EA, then set it to false, and this is the magic number of that EA. Then it's going to only manage orders from one particular EA. If you only want to manage orders submitted by you manually, and ignore the orders by another EA, this is most likely will be the case that you wanted to do, because most EA should have some management features of their own. Then you just put this to 0, because all the manually open trades will automatically have a magic number of 0. And another thing I want to point out, it would be best for you to attach this EA on chart first, and then you open those orders you want to manage, or you open those orders you want to manage and immediately put this EA on chart. The key is for you put this EA on chart when price has not deviated from the order open price that much. So now, this one only affects when you are actually using backtesting. That's what I am about to do right now. So you must have this EA to open one trade for you to test. But if you are trading real time, this does not matter, because we have the click and drag stop loss and take profit capability. Then here is the color of the lines user can define. And this section here, visibility setting, is what is unique for this new version, and this is what our main update is about. So we have the visibility setting for stop loss and take profit. And here you can input a number, but there's only 3 eligible numbers you can put here, either 0 or 1 or 2. When this is set to 0, look at the hint here. When it's set to 0, all the stop loss and take profit, including partial take profit line, will be handled like in the line So you will not have visible stop loss and take profit submitted to your broker. Okay, when this is set to 1, all the stop loss and take profit will be visible. But sometimes some people like to do the following, like they do have their real take profit stop loss and real trailing stop to manage the stop loss, but they don't want your broker to see. However, at the same time, they still want the order have some hard take profit and stop loss. It can either be fake to the broker, or it can be act as an emergency stop loss. In this case, you can choose this to be 2. So not only you have the real take profit and stop loss managed by hidden stop loss and take profit, you also submit these 2 fake stop loss and take profit to your broker. And only when the setting is 2 and these 2 matters, and it's both is measured by pips. So I'm going to test this. I'm just going to test with 2, as you can see. So now when it comes to initial stop loss, I'm going to briefly explain here. So you have 3 methods, 1, 2, 3. 1 means its stop loss is fixed pip. Once again, this section is about initial stop loss and take profit. Obviously, later on, stop loss and take profit will be managed by some other functions. If you choose 1, it will be fixed pip stop loss. If you use ATR, that means we'll use the ATR readings of that last closed bar when order is opened. Okay, and in this case, if ATR ratio, if it is 2, that means that ATR, then you need to multiply it by 2. That will be your initial stop loss distance. And 3 by risk, what does that, if this is 3, then it will take a look at the account risk setting. If this risk is 0.01, that means it is 1%. And our stop loss distance will be adjusted based on how much you wanted to risk. Okay, and also based on your lot size, then to ensure if order hits stop loss, it will not lose more than this much as you specified. And for the break-even function, if this is true, break-even point will be 25 pips. And then for trailing stop, you have the option to choose this not to be active when it's 0, or based on a fixed pip, or based on the moving average here. And trailing stop activation pips, and if it is 25, that means after 25 pips, trailing stop is going to be activated. And these 2 effects when you choose fixed, and when the moving average, we're using one particular moving average line as your stop loss. Okay, and also you also get the chance to choose whichever shift you want to use. However, the most obvious would be 1. So this is trailing stop. Once again, you could choose not to use it, or use fixed pip, or use a moving average also with a particular shift. And then take profit. Take profit, we have the option to define the final take profit and 2 steps of partial close. So here is to determine the final take profit. If you choose 0 here, that means do not use it. Okay, and if you choose 1 fixed, that means the fixed take profit. For example, with the setting here I have right now, if I have this set to 2, this has set to 100, this set to 45. What does that mean? Is like I have a visible take profit submitted to the broker at 100 pips, but I also have a real take profit at 45 pips. Okay, or if you choose number 2, which is stop loss, if this is 2, what does that mean? That means I'm adjusting my take profit distance based on stop loss. In this case, because I set this to 2, that will be twice as much as my stop loss. And now last 4 lines is about partial close. Once again, you can disable that by setting either one or both sides to 0. Okay, so when these are 0, that means they're not activated. In this case, that will be only have final take profit. And also you could also make 1 to be more than 0. In this case, I will be only have 1 step partial close. So with the setting I have right now, so TP1 level is 0.25. That means at 25% of the final take profit, and setting is to 1 is 45. Okay, so that means at 25% of 45, which is around 10 pips, I'm going to take the first take profit. In this case, will be 25% of the order lot size. If your original order is 1, that will be 0.25. And for TP2, because size is 0, I'm not even going to use it. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to put 0.5 here. What does that mean? That means the TP2, first the level will be 50% of the final take profit. In this case, it will be 22.5 pips. And I'm going to take half of the size at whatever that is left. So in this case, after TP1, we're going to have 0.75 lot left. And then here will be, then you take half of that away. So this is basically all the functions. I'm just going to quickly demonstrate what is new to this particular EA. So immediately you can see, because this is order 1 stop loss and order 1 take profit. This is order is opened. You do not see any stop loss and take profit because these will be hidden. And these are the partial close levels. Okay, if you move forward, at any given time, you could always drag the take profit or stop loss. You can see these will be updated. However, these 2 levels is based on the initial settings. What just happened is the first stop loss, the first take profit being executed, and now this order become order number 2, and these are updated once again. The everything is now second take profit is done. Both line, if those are done, those line will be deleted. If user delete them themselves, then obviously that won't done. That won't be automatically done by EA. EA will be looking at those lines to determine the partial close. So now break-even function has been activated, and this one is final take profit. It's using close by the EA and not hitting take profit because all of these is invisible. Then let's take a look at what happens when it's set to 1. See, now you can see you still have those lines, but behind those lines there's actually real stop loss. See, now stop loss will be moved to whatever line you want, but everything is through real stop loss and take profit. Okay, so the real is also visible one. The real stop loss is being moved real time. What happens when I input 2 here? However, these fake ones will always stay there. So these are the demonstration for the new version 4 of the Complete Trade Manager.